Yo, what is up boys? My name is Aiden and welcome back to yet another video here on Boz Hub. Today, we've got some major news out on the mascot horror world. Yes, that's right. Indigo Park Chapter 2 just dropped its first major teaser trailer, and oh boy, it looks insane. From creepy underwater sequences to brand new characters, improved graphics, and some serious lore potential, there is a lot to talk about. So grab your flashlight and even your dive gear because today we are going deep into Oceanic Odyssey to break down everything that you might have missed, plus some juicy theories about what's to come. Real quick, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys are leaving a like on this video, sharing with some friends, and of course subscribing to the channel with all notifications on for even more content like this. Make sure to pop by on our streams. We're right now streaming every single Five Nights at Freddy's game before the release of Secret of the Mimic, so make sure to come by whenever you get the chance. You definitely don't want to miss those. Alright, enough of that. For those of you that are new to Indigo Park, or even, if it's been a while, let's catch you up. Chapter 1 threw us into a crumbling, once magical theme park, haunted by its mascot, Mollie McCorn. Trust me, she was not giving friendly Muppet vibes. This game blended puzzles, exploration, and mascot horror in a style that reminded people of Poppy Playtime and even Bendy, with its own distinct twist, especially with its unique characters like Rambley the raccoon. The first chapter was completely funded by the creator Mason, aka Unique Geese, but chapter 2, this one is completely fan-powered, crowdfunded on Kickstarter, and because of that, it looks like they've stepped things way up. So let's first talk about the new teaser. We start with the usual creepy ambience, dripping water, different low lighting. This is just a classic. But then we get to our first look at the new setting, Oceanic Odyssey. This isn't just some side zone, it's the new heart of Chapter 2. Think aquariums, broken tanks, jungle-like overgrowth, and yeah, a whole new monster lurking below. In this teaser, we get glimpses of different sea creatures, diving suits, broken habitats, and so much more. It's giving an atmosphere like BioShock that meets mascot horror. There's even a diver suit hanging ominously in one area, which has me and the rest of the community thinking underwater exploration might be confirmed. This would be really cool and give us the opportunity to kind of see a brand new style of this horror. On top of that, we get to see our old friend Rambley again. He gives a little wave reminding us that he's still got our back, at least probably. And then boom, the big finale shot. Finley the sea serpent, looking extremely terrifying and way more detailed than that placeholder model from the end of chapter 1. I see everyone saying, what happened to Finley? What happened to Finley? And a lot of people are comparing this to that old design, saying they prefer the old one. I'll be honest, I like both of them equally. This new one definitely is a little bit more terrifying though. Let's go ahead and talk about Finley for a second. Based on what we know, Finley is a giant sea serpent, part mascot and part monster. After judging by the trailer, he's obviously going to be this chapter's main threat. The new model has glowing eyes, slick animations, and a ton of scaly details. This is obviously so much of an upgrade compared to that previous version. And yeah, this thing is probably going to be hunting us throughout the entire game. My personal theory, I believe we're going to be navigating underwater sections using that diver suit that we saw earlier. Obviously, that means we're going to have to dodge Finley as we search for different items, different clues, and maybe even solve puzzles while being stalked below the surface. This could easily be the scariest part of the entire series. And if I'm being honest with you, a big game that I have always been terrified of is Subnautica. If we get the opportunity to go under the water and be stalked below the surface, it's really going to give those Subnautica vibes, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal and make this game rank up there with some of the scariest horror games I personally ever played. Besides Finley though, there is a ton of stuff to unpack from the setting itself. Oceanic Odyssey feels massive. We see signs for penguins, otters, koi fish, and there's even a jungle section. Some of these could just be background details, or they might even introduce new characters or creatures. For example, what if the otters aren't just cute background mascots, but actually end up helping us out? Maybe we solve puzzles with them instead of running from them. And did anyone else catch that broken tank with stuff clearly missing from inside? Something has clearly escaped. That means we might not just be dealing with Finley, And yes, that means it could be another mascot or a rival creature or even a corrupted version of one of the old characters, and that's definitely something to keep an eye on. The attention to the environmental detail has definitely stepped up. From color lighting to ambient sound, the whole place looks more atmospheric than anything in Chapter 1. Obviously, this is due to a budget increase, but it's really awesome to see and gets me very excited for the future of this game. Alright, I think it's about time to hit some predictions. Based on what we see, this aquarium was probably the start of Indigo Wildlife Initiative. It seems to be some sort of like conservation style wing of the park, and I think we're going to get deeper into why this place fell apart. Maybe they were running some sort of experiments, maybe something went wrong during mascot development, especially with Finley. This would explain why he might be so aggressive. We also might get some backstory on Rambley. He's clearly a key character and obviously a fan favorite, but could he have more secrets than we think? Is he just some form of comic relief or something even more? Most importantly, how deep does this place go? That hatch in the aquarium scene makes me think there's a whole layer of underwater facilities that we haven't even got to see yet. And that gets me really excited if I'm being honest. At the very end of the teaser, they did state that there is no official release date, but the devs are aiming for sometime this year and they'll probably be showing more off at MomoCon soon. I'll be keeping tabs on every update, so if you want to stay on top of Indigo Park Chapter 2, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, what are you most excited about? Finley, underwater gameplay, the return of Rambley? Drop your thoughts and your theories down in the comments. I'll be reading and responding to as many as I can. Plus, if you missed our last deep dive into the Indigo Park lore or want to catch up before Chapter 2, I'll link those videos right here. Thank you guys so much for watching Boz Hub, where mascot horror lives. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a thumbs up, and hey, you know the deal, hit that bell so you don't miss a single scare. More Five Nights at Freddy's, indie horror, and deep dives coming up real soon. Until next time though, have a good one. Peace.